Alright guys, this is going to be an interesting video. I've had a person or two ask how to stream through this, how to just work the program in general. So once this is a free program, which is amazing, and you'll notice if you click start streaming, it's not going to work. You start recording, it will work, but it'll only record whatever is over here. So what this really boils down to is you have to hit this plus button here, but then you have all these options. Okay, I've tried a couple of these. I've tried game capture, I've tried display capture, I've tried browser source, window capture. I like the display capture most, because it basically captures your entire screen. And so when you go, it has less problems when you go out of games or you switch between windows or whatever else. And if you guys want me to go more in depth on any of this, let me know. I may have to do a bit of research for some of it. But then you have scenes here, which is kind of an interesting thing. I haven't played around with these too much, but in theory, if you add a scene, you can add different sources. You can do all of that stuff. Let's just get rid of that. Yes. I don't know if that actually just turned the whole screen black or if it was still recording this window the way it should be. But you can customize them all individually. You can hop between them depending on what you want to do, whether you want a webcam or you're streaming or whatever else. So you have these little sliders here. I like to keep them max because I use Adobe Premiere, which lets you and I have it set up so all of these tracks are recorded separately, and so I can edit them all individually. And so I like recording them at full volume so that it gets the best quality, and then I can cut it down later if I need. The scene transitions, I have not messed with this yet. I'm kind of curious about that though. But I think it's if you change the scene in the middle of a stream, then it'll do that. So okay. So, as you can see, Studio Mode I haven't messed with either. I'll have to look into that. But if you click Start Streaming and you don't have it all hooked up, then it's going to tell you that it can't stream. Most of what you're going to want is in the Settings menu. And so, language, theme. I do like the dark. You have the default and this one as well, which I really don't like. All of this stuff is stuff you want to consider if you're streaming. A lot of it doesn't matter. I do this just to make sure that I know I am actually streaming. I automatically record while I'm streaming because I do like to have not only have a backup copy of it, but I make compilations of my streams as well and turn them into actual Let's Plays. Blah blah blah. Okay, so this is something that is detrimental to actually streaming. So what you have to do is you have to choose streaming services. I haven't messed with a custom streaming server. They have a huge list though, so you're likely not going to need it. And I know for most people, it's rather going to be Twitch or YouTube Gaming. And so if you switch over to YouTube Gaming, it's going to be pretty much the same thing, I believe. I go through Twitch. I might do some YouTube streams here and there if you guys want to see them. I might get a little bit more traction with those, but I do like using both YouTube and Twitch. And I feel YouTube works better for my edited videos. Anyway, and then you have your server, which isn't really a big deal. If you leave it on auto, it usually works. For me, it's actually the Salt Lake City, but I just leave it on auto. Now, this stream key is something that's really interesting, because with this, you actually have to go to Twitch. I believe YouTube is a similar format. Alright, so when you guys get on Twitch, what you're going to want to do is you come over to here to your profile on the side and hit the corner, and you want to go down to the dashboard. Seems like a weird place since there is settings, there's profile stuff. You have to go to the dashboard though. Once you're in the dashboard, you can go over to the left over here and click settings, and your stream key will be right here. So if you click this, it'll say show key, I understand, and it'll have this, which I am blocking out so that you guys can't see. But what you do is you just copy this, you go into your settings on OBS, click stream, and you paste it right here. And so, and then once you click OK and apply, it'll actually let you start streaming. And so, once you start streaming here, it's nice to have another monitor or a phone or something to keep an eye on the chat off of and make sure that your stream is actually working properly. And you should be able to see your stream going on through one of those. I'm also going to show you guys how to do the audio, because it's really kind of weird. Audio doesn't matter too much. You do want to make sure that you have your speakers or something going through as a desktop audio, and have your mic on a mic channel. But with streaming, you have these audio tracks. If you choose one of those, that is the only audio track it's going to play while you're streaming. So you have to be extraordinarily careful about that. If you go into output and into the recording section, this is kind of an odd trick. I had to figure this out myself, but here you can see there's multiple checkboxes. I believe if you're not actually recording or streaming, these will be available for you to check and uncheck. I record as an MP4. You guys might prefer other things, since MP4s, if your computer crashes or you close out of the program without stopping your recording or anything, or just whatever else happens, it does corrupt your video, which kind of sucks. I love getting creative with corrupted videos, but even so, it really does suck. But the nice thing about MP4 is it's one of the few file types that lets you do this multiple tracks of audio. So as you can see, I have 3 checked. That's for a specific reason. All of that's just done. So if you come down here, I don't think it matters which one of these you click on. You just click on one of them and go Advanced Audio Properties, and you'll see this. So this is what you want if you plan on separating all the audio tracks from each other, such as your mic, your the actual game audio, all that stuff. And I highly recommend that for both recording and streaming you do this. So as you can see, I have it set up so track 1, it only records the mic. Track 2, it only records desktop audio, and track 3, it only records everything. Only 3 is marked for streaming. 3 is the one that has both of them playing, and so if you have to adjust them, you either have to adjust it here in the mixer while you're recording, or you have to come down and adjust it on the actual system itself. With recording, we do have these checkboxes marked. So we're recording 3 different tracks. So as you can see, when you throw it onto the timeline, you have your video up here, and then you have 3 different tracks. And so if you select them all and unlink them all, then you can edit each and every track individually. I try to keep them linked as much as possible, because if you slide one over a little bit like that on accident, then it screws up the entire audio. Alright, so if you guys have any more questions, please let me know. I'll answer whatever I can in the comments below, and if it's anything that's a little bit tough to explain or is a little bit complicated, I will make another video for this. If you guys want any tutorials for Premiere or Photoshop or whatever it is, let me know, and I will look into them and see what I can do. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully it was helpful to you. If it was, be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing. I will see all of you in the next video. Adios.